about singing. This guy had everybody sit in circles, and he said to sing these nursery rhymes, like twinkle, twinkle, little star. And he listened to the people, and he said, I thought you said you couldn't sing. They said, you have a beautiful voice. You see, the thing is that the enemy wants you to not understand what your gifting is, and he will twist and turn the truth and turn it into a lie. And guess what? We believe the lie. Yep. Now, the next chapter is, we're in chapter what? 12. And what is the next chapter? The love chapter. I like the way you said that. It says, now eagerly desire the greater gifts, but then it goes into chapter 13, right? And we've all read chapter 13, I believe. And it talks about love. And it talks about how it doesn't matter how good our gift is. I mean, you can be, I don't know, throw a name out there, Mark Hall. Anybody who knows Mark Hall is?
No.
Nobody? Nathaniel knows who he is, and Anita met him in person. In fact, we have pictures with him.
Yeah.
Mark Hall is the one that wrote a lot of the songs for Casting Crowns.
He's the lead singer.
And he's the lead singer, yes. He is also a pastor. How many of you knew that? He's a youth minister down at his own church. That is his priority. The band is something on the side. Wow. And his gifting is to reach young people for the Lord. Wow. And the thing is that if you have that kind of talent, but your heart is not right, what good is it? In fact, in chapter 13 it says, if I speak in the tongues of men and angels, but do not have love, I am what?
A sounding brass.
I'm like a sounding brass, clanging cymbal, right? I'm nothing if I don't have love. So the most important thing we have to do with our spiritual gift is make sure that we're exercising that for the Lord, to give honor to the Lord and to minister to each other as we work together in the body of Christ. In Matthew, it talks about the parable of the talents. Jesus is telling this story. He says, where it is like a man about to go on a journey who called his own slaves and entrusted his possessions to them. To one he gave him 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, each according to his own ability, and he went on his journey. Immediately the one who had received the 5 talents, now look at that, immediately, right away, went and traded with them and gained 5 more talents. In the same manner, the one who had received the 2 talents gained 2 more. But he who received the 1 talent went away and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master's money. And now after a long time, the master of those slaves came and settled accounts with them. And the one who had received 5 talents came up and brought 5 more talents, saying, Master, you entrusted me with 5 talents to me. See, I have gained 5 more talents. He doubled his money, right? And his master said to him, well done, good and faithful slave. You are faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Enter the joy of your master. And also the one who received the 2 talents came up and said, Master, you entrusted 2 talents to me. See, I have gained 2 more talents. And his master said to him, well done, good and faithful slave. You are faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Enter the joy of your master. And the one also who had received the 1 talent came up and said, Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow and gather where you scattered no seed. And I was afraid and went away and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is yours. Now get what the master's response was. His master answered and said to him, you wicked, lazy slave. You knew that I reap where I didn't sow, and gathered where I scattered no seed. And then you ought to have put my money in the bank, at least. And on my arrival, I would have received my money back with interest. Therefore, take away the talent from him and give it to the one who has 10 talents. For to anyone who has, more will be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who does not have, even what he does have shall be taken away. Throw out the worthless slave into the outer darkness. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So I believe this also pertains to what each and every one of us does with our spiritual gift. And I really believe that if you're using your gift to its fullest potential, God's going to bless you with more. Because you're using it for His glory. And He wants Himself to be glorified. And if you're doing it to the best of your ability, He's going to give you more so that you can even do more for Him. But if you are like that lazy slave, and you're suppressing your talent and hiding it, what's going to happen when Jesus returns? What is He going to say to you? Is He going to say, well done, my good and faithful servant? Enter into my rest? Or is He going to say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, I never knew you? And then will you go to that place of gnashing of teeth? In Matthew 6, Jesus said, and the disciples came and said to Him, why do you speak to them in parables? And here's Jesus' answer. Jesus answered them, to you it has been granted to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it has not been granted. For whoever has, to him more shall be given, and he will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has shall be taken away from him. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because while seeing they do not see, and while hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. In their case, the prophecy of Isaiah is being fulfilled, which says, you will keep on hearing, but will not understand. You will keep on seeing, but will not perceive. For the heart of His people has become dull, and with their ears they scarcely hear, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise, they would see with their eyes, hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and return, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. For truly I say to you that many prophets and righteous men desire to see what you see and did not see it, and to hear what you did not hear and did not hear it. And when I think about what God has done for each and every one of us, He has designed us to be the ones that carry His message with the talents, with the gifting that He has given to each and every one of us. What are you doing to minister with the body? Are you doing your part to see the kingdom of God increase? The hymn of invitation or decision is called, "O come to the altar."